Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. So I guess that's our lame intro from now. Yay. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about something very mainstream, which is crosswalks. So I'm gonna tell you why I think crosswalks are the future. Yes, many may think that the future is, I don't know, Bitcoin or a new way of, shaping economy or the real estate market or whatever. I think the future is actually crosswalk, and I'm gonna tell you why. So this idea came to me when I was driving the other day, and I started noticing that, for example, my mom, a couple of months ago, kept saying, you know what, there's a crosswalk there, but I always need to cross here, and I know there are other people need to cross here, but it's dangerous, and there's no crosswalk here. So she kept doing that, and other people kept doing that in danger, let's say, and nobody else was doing that. There were no lines, on the ground, and one day the government or the municipality, let's say, decided to actually draw down this stripes, this crosswalk, let's say, to create one. And I didn't really notice it as something cool or that could, shape our future. But then at another point, I kept driving down the same road to go to work or to go to my friends or whatever. And then there were always people crossing there. And I used to get annoyed. I was like, bro, there's no crosswalk here. Like, just keep that in mind. Walk 1 meter, and take the one that everybody takes. Just chill. And then at one point they added a crosswalk also there. So I started to think, and it came to my mind that, crosswalks are metaphorically something that is so powerful to me. And I'm gonna tell you why right now. So, first of all, I wanna tell you that at the end of the video, I'll probably add also the Italian translation. I wrote a text about this and I'm gonna read it to you now. And at the end of the video, for our Italian friends that also wanna follow us, I know it's hard because I still don't have, the time to make also videos in Italian. At the end of the video, I'm also gonna ask you to do a little game with me in the comments, which is also, one, is gonna help me, boost a bit the algorithm. Two, is gonna help us create a content in the future, which is gonna be, I think, really cool. But yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. Anyways, without further ado, let's further ado a bit. Yeah, so I wrote about this thinking about how society works and how some people think our lives work in the modern era, and how they think there's no way to change it, It's simply like this, there's nothing I can do, I'm just a small man, what can I do to change it? And it came to me that this is a perfect metaphor. So I'm gonna start reading. So this thing that I wrote is called On Crosswalks, so that's pretty, explanatory by itself. But yeah, I have it here on my monitor, so if I don't look at you, it's not because I hate you, it's just like, I want to read from here. So yes, I'm gonna start. So on crosswalks. There is something curious and poetic about crosswalks. They are like man's signature on the ground, a modern sign, but somehow very ancient. I start to think that they resemble those riverbeds that carve themselves out, one step at a time. At one time, it was the clear water that chose where to go. Patiently, it flowed and dug, transforming the stone, shaping the ever-changing landscape. Today, however, the same way the rivers did, we trace our own paths. We cross a road, always in the same spot, and slowly, we also convince the municipality to paint those white lines. It is a less visible, less natural process, but not any less powerful. Because the point is, the street is shaped around where people are and where people go, not the opposite. Where we walk long enough, where we insist with confidence, where we defy the machines, the world changes to accommodate us. And if you think about it, isn't it the same in life? The daily habits, the choices that we repeat day after day are like those steps on the asphalt. At first, they don't seem to leave a trace. There is nothing concrete yet, no white streak. But with time, those habits form paths. And those paths, become roads. The same goes for big changes, also small. If today the world seems to us to be made for cars, for pollution, for waste, for a life that is not our, it doesn't mean that it will always be that way. Someday there will be so many crosswalks that cars will no longer be able to pass. The future will be sustainable, not because someone will give it to us, but because we will have chosen to cross. And yes, sometimes it happens to be at a point in the road where crosswalk is not there yet. Crossing is dangerous, it seems impossible, but that doesn't mean we can't try. We can be the first ones to do it. We can take the initial step that repeated enough times will force the world to take notice of our presence. Every pedestrian strip is a story of small gestures that have changed the landscape. Every step counts, and you too, with your choices, with your ideas, can begin to chart a new road. A road that not only crosses, but leads. Don't wait for someone else to paint the stripes for you. Just walk, persevere, and one day, that spot that seems inaccessible will become a passageway for everyone. Thank you. I know. So, jokes aside, I think this is actually really cool. Not as a lame metaphor that I'm using to, explain this to you, but as a powerful motivation tool, and it's so true. Like, it's literally, I'm talking about this metaphorically, but it's literally true. Like, also, the crosswalks themselves. So I think we just gotta take credit for, the actual effect that we have on this world, on this society, I wanna say, because I'm a bit against the idea of man controlling the world, but hey, here we are, so let's try to make it a good place, right, to live in. So if I'm talking about this again metaphorically, but like if you think about it, from the point of view of actual urban distribution of how things works, now cities are shaped around cars, not around people. There's streets, big streets, and then small crossroads, crosswalks. No, sidewalks. Yes, that. Anyways, so even from that point of view, like, at one point there's gonna be so many crosswalks that cars will not be able to pass. If we want to change that, we can. And it's, I don't know, I feel like it's really inspiring, and it's really cool to think about the fact that, we see it now with wars, we feel so small in front of it, we feel like we can do anything about it, and really we can't, but it's not like we should give up then. And again, talking about my previous video, it's not like you should give up on you should give up on your dreams, but you shouldn't give up on your values. And your values, combined to your habits, form your future. So I think this can be applied to anything. And I think this is really cool. So in conclusion, we're gonna talk about a game that I wanna play with you, and then I'm gonna do the reading in Italian. So the game that I wanna do is, as I told you, I like writing. This is something I wrote and I wanted to share with you. But this is something I wrote. And I think it's really cool if we write something together. So I would love for you to write in the comments, of course, what you think about this video. And as always, I want to hear your opinions 100%. But also, I want to know one word that you're going to choose. And then I'm going to select 10 and I'm going to make a story out of those 10s. That can be weird ass stuff, or a name of somebody, or a profession, whatever you want. Just type it in the comment, send it to me, and in the next or one of the next videos, I'm gonna try to make it a story, that we're writing together. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And now if you wanna skip the Italian part, you should skip, but I think it's really cool to hear me also in Italian, so you can stay along for the journey. So I'm gonna read the same story also in Italian for our Italian friends, and then I'm gonna say bye-bye to you, and we're gonna see each other in the next video. So if you're going now, thank you for staying, thank you for coming by. Again, let me know what you think, and yeah, here we go. So, Italian reading. Ciao italiano. Allora, sugli attraversamenti pedonali. C'è qualcosa di curioso e poetico nelle strisce pedonali, sono come la firma dell'uomo sul terreno, un segno moderno ma in qualche modo antichissimo. Mi sono fermato a pensare che somigliano a quei letti dei fiumi che si scavano da soli. Scusate, anche in italiano faccio un po' fatica. Un tempo era l'acqua a scegliere dove andare. Con pazienza scorreva e scavava, trasformando la pietra, plasmando il paesaggio, in continuo cambiamento. Oggi invece siamo noi a tracciare i nostri percorsi. Attraversiamo una strada sempre nello stesso punto e lentamente convinciamo anche il comune a dipingere quelle linee bianche. È un processo meno visibile, meno naturale, ma non meno potente. Perché il punto è questo: la strada si plasma dove ci sono le persone, dove camminiamo abbastanza a lungo, dove insistiamo con fiducia, dove sfidiamo le macchine, il mondo cambia per accoglierci. E se ci pensi, non è forse così anche la vita? Le abitudini quotidiane, le scelte che ripetiamo giorno dopo giorno, sono come quei passi sull'asfalto. All'inizio non sembrano lasciare traccia, non c'è nulla di concreto, nessuna striscia bianca, ma con il tempo quelle abitudini formano sentieri e quei sentieri diventano strade. Lo stesso vale per i grandi cambiamenti. Se oggi il mondo ci sembra fatto per le macchine, per l'inquinamento, per lo spreco, non significa che sarà sempre così. Un giorno ci saranno tante strisce pedonali che le macchine non potranno più passare. Il futuro sarà sostenibile non perché qualcuno ce lo regalerà, ma perché noi avremo scelto di attraversare. E sì, a volte capita di ritrovarsi un punto della strada dove le strisce non ci sono ancora. Attraversare è pericoloso, sembra impossibile, ma non significa che non possiamo provarci. Possiamo essere noi i primi a farlo, possiamo essere quel passo iniziale che, ripetuto abbastanza volte, costringerà il mondo a prendere atto della nostra presenza. Ogni striscia pedonale è una storia di piccoli gesti che hanno cambiato il paesaggio. Ogni passo conta e anche tu, con le tue scelte, con le tue idee, potresti iniziare a tracciare una nuova strada. Una strada che non solo attraversa, ma guida. Non aspettare che qualcun altro dipinga le strisce per te. Cammina, persevera, persevera. E un giorno quel punto che sembrava inaccessibile diventerà un passaggio per tutti. So, thank you so much, grazie mille, and we're gonna see each other in the next one. Let me know what you think, always. And till the next one, have a beautiful day. Bye bye.